This is another battle in round 1 between TWR recruit Minot, commanding the Seleucids, and Orlok Tsubodai Bahadur of the KHAGAN clan, commanding Colchis, or however we want to pronounce that fucked up name. Colchis. Colchea. Phlegm. So, it's the Battle of Armavir, the favorite map for competitive play, mostly because it gives the attacker a significant advantage in terms of terrain. So it looks like Minot is deploying over here to deny Colchis the opportunity to rush for this hill, which is a good idea. For the Seleucids, we have a very non-typical Seleucid build with 6 thorax swords, I believe, 3 Thureos, shield bearer general, a total of 5 Median cavalry, bunch of Persian light archers, and for Colchis we have 2 horse archers on the right flank. In the center we have 4 noble blood, so a slight cavalry advantage to the Seleucids, but a significant terrain advantage. Then we have 6 Courtly axemen, 2 hillmen with 3 bronze chevrons, which is going to make them hold for longer in combat and also make them hit a bit more. Then we have the Colchis noble general. He is a commander. The Seleucid general, the shield bearer general from the Seleucids, he's a commander as well. We have eastern archers and eastern slingers for Colchis, I believe. So these armies are sort of similar, but the differences are important. The Courtly axemen do reasonably well against thorax swords. The Colchis nobles and the shield bearers, they are very similar units. But the shield bearers, of course, have higher melee attack, significantly higher melee attack, but lower armor penetration and base damage than the Colchis nobles. So I haven't tested these units up against each other. They probably won't be pitted in an epic fight between general. But still, both are Hopite units with expert charge defense and a reasonable amount of armor. They are tanky units that won't do a lot of damage themselves. But the shield bearers, I believe the shield bearers have a very high charge bonus for also having expert charge defense. Just a bit of jousting for position here at the moment. Looks like Minot wants to skirmish against these Courtly axemen that are outside of the forest, which is a good idea. 2 eastern slingers, 3 eastern slingers, 1 Persian light archer. So in terms of skirmishing, these eastern archers should go down super quick. Minot has the skirmish advantage, at least on foot, but Colchis has these horse archers running around in the back. And this is a bit of a conundrum for Colchis, because Colchis doesn't really want to engage uphill, but Colchis doesn't want to stand here and take all of this missile fire either. The effectiveness of the fire is going to be reduced somewhat by standing inside the unit of thorax swords here. It's going to reduce the amount of missiles that actually hit the Courtly axemen. On the flank here we have an engagement. Just in time, the Median cavalry managed to charge the noble blood cavalry, but there's more noble blood cavalry and Colchis nobles coming in from the flanks to support. The Thureos spears throwing their javelins, probably doing quite a bit of friendly fire at the moment. Over here we have some Thureos spears. They are, let's see, 2 ranks deep, running around against Colchis nobles. They are going to get charged by the Colchis nobles. All across the center we're going to see engagements. Frontal cavalry charge by the Median cavalry, follow up with thorax swords. So the Colchis nobles attack the Thureos spears. 2 noble blood cavalry get a good charge off on Median cavalry. Miss micro here by the Colchis horse archers getting caught by foot skirmishers. And the Thureos spears are losing men, but they are pulling away from the Colchis nobles. So now they're going to run in and try to join this fight, while the thorax swords are joining. And just have a look at what happens here when they're giving attack orders on another unit. They are actually running straight through the Colchian nobles, like the Colchian nobles weren't even there, and that's a problem with the collision detection in the game. If you're giving attack orders on a unit that is behind a unit, it's going to, in a lot of cases, charge straight through that unit. So the Thoreo spears are charging into these noble blood cavalry. Minot is going to pull away his Median cavalry, but since the attack orders here are given by the noble blood on the Median cavalry, then they're going to run through the Thoreo spears, and at some points these Thoreo spears are one man deep. So a pull through was claimed, but if this game was to be replayed because of the pull through in this instance, it would have been needed to be replayed because of the pull through that happened with the Thoreo spears and the Colchian nobles here as well. This doesn't look like an exploit to me, because the attack orders were still on the same unit that they attacked originally. It was just that this unit of Thoreo spears got in the way. It wasn't braced, it was spread out, it wasn't in any position to stop cavalry units. At least not stop heavy melee cavalry. So in the center, these hillmen are biting the dust, but the Kartli X-men are holding their own against the Thorax swordsmen, considering that they're fighting uphill. So a bit of a messy engagement here, and since the noble blood cavalry managed to take care of the Median cavalry of the Seleucids, they're now able to make it into these Median cavalry, and should be able to make it into the Eastern slingers here as well. So we'll see. Charge incoming by the Median cavalry against this unit. This unit of noble blood is charging into the Eastern slingers, and the Eastern slingers are getting wrecked on that charge. Median cavalry turns around, but these skirmishers, there are two cavalry units here, so they're not able to stop what's happening. Colchian nobles are doing well against thorax swords, getting a lot of kills in that engagement. Noble blood cavalry charging the Thoreos and doing a lot of damage to them on the charge. Very nice cycle charging here by Colchis. There are some cavalry units free and the Median cavalry free in the backline. They have been wrecking Eastern archers, but there just weren't that many of them. So overall in these engagements, the Colchian nobles are doing well against thorax swords. Kartli X-men also doing well, but they're going to get supported by another unit of Kartli X-men here. The general of Minot of the Seleucids is winning against hillmen and Kartli X-men, but it won't be long until he's rear charged. This is not looking good for the Seleucids and Minot. This is sort of the challenge with Armavir here. If you start losing engagements in the center, or you don't keep a coherent line, if you get flanked, it's going to be very easy for an opponent to turn the downhill disadvantage into an advantage by moving up and then getting rear charges downhill. And rear charges downhill are not very fun. Like these thorax swordsmen, they're just going to get absolutely wrecked by the Kartli X-men, getting so many kills with that downhill charge. So at this point, things are looking horrible for the Seleucids. The main advantage the Seleucids had were terrain and skirmishers. The terrain advantage has been flipped in the important engagements in the center. The Kartli X-men are going to be able to charge into the shield bearers downhill here, and the skirmishers of the Seleucids are off the field. So not really much that the Seleucids can do now. The shield bearers are going to go down so quickly to Kartli X-men when they've taken a significant amount of damage. So this is a GG, just a matter of finishing off the general in the center. It's shaken because the army is losing. And here we go. The shield bearers are going to break off the field. Let's just have a look at the kill share. The Colchian nobles do well, the Kartli X-men do well, nice use of them. Noble blood cavalry played an important part. But you can see that the thorax swords are sort of underperforming together with the Median cavalry. Some of these Median cavalry were just straight up charged. The thorax shield bearers did reasonably well, but these slingers and archers didn't really pay for themselves, and the horse archers were wasted for Colchis. But that might have been sort of a blessing in disguise, because since a lot of these skirmish units were fending off the horse archers, then they didn't fire for an extended amount of time on these Kartli X-men, and the Kartli X-men, they did a lot of work in this battle. So a good game to both players. Orlok, Tsubodai, Bahadur, I believe it was, advances to the next round by using Colchis against the Seleucids. Who would have thought? Strength and honor.